It was day one of this month's cause. We woke up extra early, gathered all of the equipment that we needed in order to shoot the video for this month's cause. We go to a specific location that we thought would have been perfect. We get them messing up. We get them moving around, and every spot that we chose, we just couldn't get it right until we decided to go down further into a location that we didn't even think we wanted to shoot in. And to our surprise, we begin to hear this lady in a wheelchair, one of those battery powered wheelchairs. She was screaming. As we glanced, we realized she was a homeless lady, and we decided to go out and to find out what's going on. And we find out that she had been in that exact same spot the entire night. I mean, literally, she was between the street and the sidewalk. Her battery had died, and she was screaming the entire night for help. Pedestrians, cars, nobody stopped to ask if she was okay. So what do? We helped her. We pushed that heavy wheelchair about a block down the street to the nearest outlet. We plugged it in, and she was grateful. What a surprise, right? The day that we go out into the streets to record a video for the homeless, we encounter a situation where we're actually able to help out a person in need. And this was only the beginning for this month. There was one situation where we went out for the photo shoot for the product. We went to go shoot pictures of the product, and we went to one of the local beaches here in Southern California. And I saw this man who was, he had one leg. So I thought, man, this guy has to be hungry. After we finished taking the pictures, I went and I talked to him a little bit, and I was just, asking him questions, how he's doing, and he was just telling me, he's very positive. So I love that about him. He was very positive. And so I told him that I bought him a bagel with some cream cheese. He was excited. He was just like, oh, wow. And so when I passed it to him, he was just like, oh, thank you. He was so grateful.
I remember when I was able to hand out one of the scarves. I can still had the image in my mind of this humble guy who didn't want to even talk to me. I don't know, he was afraid, or maybe because he didn't know me. He didn't have the confidence to even say a word to me. When I started mentioning to him what people was doing for the homeless, and I mentioned that someone purchased a scarf for him, I can still have a vivid image in my mind of the smile that scarf brings to this person. And I believe that change, that just the scarf changed the day these people died.
We had this one situation where we were going to visit a family member, and we saw a young man that was homeless that was asking for food on the exit where we were exiting. So we pulled over. We went down about two blocks away from the location, and we walked. And I had the chance to talk with him, kind of just hear his story, and he just wanted food. He was hungry, He just wanted some food. And the look in his face when I gave him the scarf, when I told him that I had a scarf for him, but then I told him that somebody bought him that scarf. He couldn't believe it. He was blown away. Almost like this is exactly what I needed. I needed a scarf. It's cold at night, That was one of the things that was like a highlight for this month. I've just seen the excitement. He was so excited. He was like, can I give you a hug? And that hug goes out to those that purchase the scarves, because for me, it was just an amazing experience of being able to pass it out. We're just the messengers.
Just the fact of interacting with them, that makes you feel more human. The fact that even that they touch them, give them a hug, or even a high five or something like that, that makes you feel, that they're human, and they need just at least a second of our attention.
There was one individual who we had to wake up, and Josh and I felt really bad about, because he was sleeping, and we talked with him a little bit, and we just tried to encourage him. And when I gave him the scarf, as I was giving it to him, I told him somebody bought it for you. A rebel bought it for you. Just a smile, and just really someone thought of me type of smile. That was just a good thing to see, because that was the goal. That was the focus of this month. Let them know that they're unloved. So that was a mission accomplished for that one moment for this month of January.
Sometimes, you might think that there is no need of in your community, and even places, cities like Pomona. We went to visit the other day at the city hall. There's a small park behind the city hall where homeless people gather, and we went to give away hot chocolate and some blankets.
I remember there was this one lady who we ran into at the courthouse. They were just having a conversation, so I approached and I just talked with them a little bit, and I just asked them if they wanted any hot chocolate, and they were like, "Yeah, of course." It was cold. Josh had handed me the scarf. I showed it to her, and I told her, "Some rebels bought this for you." And just like she started laughing, she was just like, I get it, I get it. I don't know, it was just awesome just seeing that reaction of just like, cool, rebels, and you think of like rebels as being like bad people, of being like people that are doing bad things, but just the fact that we're able to say a rebel bought this for you, and they were just rebels because they were super generous. She got it. It just made a click in her head, and she was just like, she was instantly happy when that somebody thought about her. So just overall, that experience, every single person that we spoke with and shared with and gave out scarves to, or blankets or hot chocolate to, was just so grateful. They were so grateful about just everything that we were doing.
A rebel code, every item that we need, we try not just to select the best material, but put passion into it. I think that that's also part of who we are. Like since the very moment that we pick up the type of leather, the type of the scarf, the material of the scarf, we wanted something, that we something that is warm, something that feels even soft in the skin, because those are scarves that people are gonna use, homeless people are gonna use. For the design, we try to do something, that is appealing, that goes together, that matches. We want to, not just because it's something that we're gonna give away to someone that who cannot purchase an item. It doesn't mean that we're gonna just give them like a cheap stuff. It was our passion, our hands making it, feeling it, not just some product manufacturer somewhere else. We want our followers, or we want the rebels to have a different experience with us, and we want them to have the best whenever they receive our product.
Honestly, it was a great feeling. It was a feeling of accomplishment, because the thought of like putting somebody before you literally just changes your perspective of how you see them. Now you start seeing them as an equal, not as someone lesser than you. So it was just an overwhelming experience at times when I would just talk with them and just start thinking about where I am and where they are, and just thinking like, wow, they don't deserve to be down there. It no longer was something like, oh, you deserve to be down there, but it was like, no, they're actually good people. They don't deserve to be down there where they are.
My experience in the past, in January, the month of January, is different. It actually helped me to realize what we can do for our people. We realize that how blessed, first of all, how blessed I am, and that how selfish also we can be. That we can, but if we, at least try just with the small things, we can change someone's life.
Just being able to be intentional, and for those that made those purchases of those beanies, like the $5 that go to this month's cause, that's what it went for. It went for the extra. It allowed us to be a little bit more generous. It allowed us to go above and beyond than just giving out the scarves. If there's one thing that I learned from this month, is that their situation is temporary, because I have friends that are close to me that at one point were homeless, and now they have families, now they have spouses, they have kids, and that's the goal. Encourage them so that they can be motivated to get back on their feet, because we never want to see them there the whole time.
And to everyone who made January's cause possible, we just want to say thank you.